A good Zod deserves a good view. Holy. Road up to the fire tower, closed. Homemade dough.
It was really cool to explore an active fire tower. Do you want to show them the real damage?
Yeah.
Hey, if things aren't breaking, you're not using it.
Pretty risky. Oh, that's gonna be tough because it's tight. Oh, it's got spun. There we go.
We have a few casualties from yesterday's drive. There were a lot of low branches and trees down across the trail. So 2 of the lights on the outside of the camper box got messed up. One was spun in a completely different direction, and then one on the other side of the camper got knocked off completely. Luckily, the little corner pieces that hold the lights are just glued on with an adhesive. So when it hit a branch, it just kind of popped off rather than injuring the box or the light. So we'll have to adhesive that back on maybe when we get into the next town. Let me show you what it looks like over here.
Easy fix though. Just gonna take it off for now since we gotta drive today. Maybe tomorrow or whenever we're staying at camp for a day or two, I'll put it back on so it can set. What's your light for you?
Oh. Ow, hit me in the top of the head.
Sure did.
Here's our light. We wanted to put little brush guards around each of the corners of the box and these lights, but we didn't get to it before we left, so this is what we get. Do you want to show them the real damage?
Yeah, we got moose. Pretty good with one branch.
This one hurts. This one, yeah, it hurts a little bit.
Not the biggest deal though.
Can you see it?
Cracked the mirror.
There is a big crack on the mirror. 2 of them. One right here and one right there.
The branch got caught on it, and then it wasn't even that heavy of a branch, but it got caught on the back of the mirror. So then by the time it pulled through, it like whiplash back and cracked it. I don't know, you can still see out of it fine. At least it wasn't the window.
The casualties of our shakedown trip. 1 light, 1 passenger side mirror. 1
muddy moose from going through that deep water mud pit yesterday. That was fun though.
Hey, if things aren't breaking, you're not using it.
Exactly.
If you're new here, we're Savannah and Drew, and together with our 2 dogs, Pablo and Mateo, we live in our 1987 Unimog 1300L ex-German military ambulance. In the last episode, we once again found ourselves deep in the forest, exploring several extremely creepy abandoned cabins, and fighting low branches from fallen trees. We eventually found a camp spot on a small peninsula with breathtaking views out over the canyon. One of the most dramatic views we've found on this journey so far. Little did we know, it would soon get even better. But first, we had to pack up the camper to get ready for the drive ahead.
Latched. Close the vent.
There might be sticks coming through there if we don't. We've been getting a lot of questions, especially when we share videos on Instagram or something, going over obstacles with the Unimog. Everybody always asks what's happening back here in the house. And there's actually a process that we go through every day to make sure that nothing is gonna rip itself apart back here. So the shower, it's never budged. For the kitchen, first of all, nothing stays on the counters. The fridge is totally fine, that latches itself. We turn the water pump off because the faucet can leak with the vibration as we're driving. These overhead cabinets have been completely fine. Those have never opened. These ones have opened, actually, and we have a few dents on our stovetop cover because of it, and these have dishes and stuff in them, so things that you really don't want to fall from the overhead cabinet. Yeah. So we got these tension rods just from Walmart, and we put them in here, And since we did that, we've had no issues. No problems with any of these. These drawers have all stayed in place. The latches were great on those because they're not super heavy. The oven has a latch, and the drawer underneath it is heavy, but it never gets enough movement to ever open itself. So that latch has worked well. This
Needs a latch.
needs a latch. Yeah, our little tilt out drawer here. So we just got a tiny clamp.
For the time being.
Yeah, and we just clamp it on here, and the rod goes out far enough that it can't open.
Yeah, when we get back to the shop, we'll install some kind of actual mechanism on that. But for now,
Yeah.
just bought that quickly at the store, and that's been doing the job.
We take the projector down from the bed, so that doesn't stay in place. We just put it in the pillows. We take the projector screen down and set it on the bed. That's really it.
Dog steps, usually can put them sideways and then squish in the dog bed, and it kind of locks it in and doesn't really slide.
Yeah, the dog steps right here. The biggest thing is we just designed everything with this type of travel in mind. Half close.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll put the dog steps back. So it's sliding around so much.
This camp spot from last night is our first that's actually overlooking Sedona. Our previous few spots were in an area overlooking Sycamore Canyon, which we think is equally as beautiful, but not as known by name as Sedona.
A shame to be leaving this spot so quickly, especially with it being a bit tough to get here dealing with the trees and everything. Yeah. It's this big open flat thing, and then the amazing views. We'll have to come back another time and spend a week or two. But for now, we are getting to end of water and food, so we got to keep moving. A couple more days, and then we got to go resupply.
Today is our last full day of viewpoints, sightseeing. Let's go see if we can find some of those beautiful views of Sedona today.
Power. Startle. Road up to the fire tower, closed. But it is extremely close, so I think we're gonna park and walk from here. Go check it out. Should only be, I don't know, 5-10 minutes walk up there, and then same on the way back.
This fire tower isn't abandoned like all the other things we've stopped to see along this route. It's actually manned, at least for part of the year. I'm not sure when, so when we get up there, it said that you can go in the fire tower if there's someone there and they're willing to give you a tour. I'm not sure if there's going to be anybody there or not. It would be really cool to meet whoever's working in the fire tower and get a little tour. But we'll see what we find.
I always thought this would be a really cool summer job. Definitely catch up on your reading. I guess people usually do it, they get invited back. So people will do it for many years. Some people do it one season and I think they can't handle the loneliness. But nowadays you got internet as well on most of these, so that's probably an upgrade. So I see a car here. I'm assuming somebody probably is working. They're either resting right now, you don't want to be bothered, which is fine. Or, as I would do, they're probably out exploring and taking a walk. It's pretty early in the fire season. Probably not a huge threat of fire right now. Once again, I'm just guessing.
There's a little cabin here on the property, on the ground from the fire tower. So we did see a car, but nobody came out. We didn't see anybody. So they either don't want to be disturbed or they're actually not here. There's just a car parked on the property. Either way, it was really cool to explore an active fire tower. In the past, we've only seen decommissioned ones, but it's really nice. You could see really far into Sycamore Canyon. You can see far in all directions. That's the best part of fire towers, is the views.
Pretty cool. Even got their own bathroom and everything.
An introverted person's dream job. I just think it is absolutely so bold that Drew blends without the lid. He's just throwing stuff in there and pushing it down with a spoon, and if I tried to do that, it would be all over the ceiling and the bottom of this cabinet.
Looks clean though.
It's so bold. It's such a bold choice.
Well, it's like, you know, having a skill at anything. You just gotta learn to control the speed. You gotta just be one with the blender and whisper to it. Tell it how much you love it. Mostly you just gotta control the speed. Start slow, slowly go up, and then watch. You see it mixing? And watch it. If you go right to fast, it can explode it. Put an air bubble in there and, you know, I'm not good at a lot of things, folks, but I'm just above average at making a smoothie inside of a Unimog camper. Am I getting extra today? Oh, I almost just spilled it on Pablo.
Oh, it's really good.
Very purpley. It's just all berries, really, and bananas.
Delicious. I give it an 8.75 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? I'm sleepy while he looks exhausted.
Since I never get a smoothie.
Tough day doing nothing for those guys.
As we began weaving our way down a long forgotten Forest Service road, the downed trees became worse and worse. We knew it would only be a matter of time before one of them was fully blocking our path. All we could do was hope we didn't come across one that was too big to move.
Starting to get pretty old. Ready to go out of this forest. I don't know if I'm gonna make it still.
We were determined to keep moving towards a little open spot in the trees we had marked on the map. A place that looked just hard enough to get to that we might have it all to ourselves. But we had no idea we were inching closer to one of the most incredible places we found in our entire time on the road.
This might be the best spot that we've ever been to.
Guess we'll find out.
I'm speechless. I'm truly speechless.
Pablo,
Oh my god.
I'll get better views when you get outside of the truck.
I have no words.
It's pretty crazy.
Oh my god. Come check out this view. This is crazy. Look at that! That's all of Sedona right there. We're just above all of it. Wow, I've never seen it like this. I've never seen anything like this. This is crazy. Wow. That's incredible. To be able to take your home to a view like this. Can't wait for sunset. It's gonna be epic.
Try a hang glider.
Drew said he was very tired, but is now making a cashew cheese and pizza for dinner.
I've also never made this, so we'll see what happens.
So I don't believe you because this is a tier 1 meal.
I am tired, but you gotta eat.
I like that logic. I like that because I'll enjoy this pizza and homemade cashew cheese. It's gonna be delicious. That's my towel. That's my towel. Here, we'll get you a toy. Want your giraffe? There you go. Here's one for you. Mateo!
Yeah, he always takes them all.
Oh, you want the fish? Mateo! He's taking all your toys! Let's try another one. You want that one? You got a lot of toys over here, bud. Did you see what he did? Go get your toys back. Go get them back. You want a treat? Okay, siéntate. Can you echate? Yes, good guys.
Alright, give her a taste.
This is the cashew cheese?
This is the start from a recipe, but I'm probably going to tweak it. What do you think?
Really good.
What does it need?
Maybe some lemon?
Yeah. I think the guy was trying to keep it more neutral, but I might add garlic and oregano and basil since we're putting it on a pizza anyhow.
Mmm.
Maybe fresh garlic.
That's really good. So flavorful.
It's rich.
Wow. Whew, that's amazing.
Caramelizing some onions.
Yep, we're almost there, I think.
That was pretty sticky. We're gonna need some flour. I'm gonna make a larger pizza and a smaller pizza. Woo! Stretch it right in here. This dough's almost stretching itself right now. I guess it's the difference of letting it sit for a couple days. Super easy to work with. It's like already done. I just did like one stretch to get it in there. This will be Drew's personal one with lots of jalapenos on it. So I'll put the big one in first. So Savannah's not hungry. And I can have that one later. Have a little bit on the side if we need it. Different dough, it's gonna slide around. This is interesting. I've actually never done this before. I've made a lot of pizzas in my day, but this is the first time I've used this particular recipe, which of course I tweaked right away out of the box.
It looks like the cheese that they use for steak and cheese sandwiches.
Whiz?
Yeah.
Whiz and whiz wit? Yeah, whiz and whiz wit. And it was wit was with onion.
What?
Yeah, well, it's from Philly, so you know they kind of had that slang. And whiz with, whiz wit out. Wit. I don't know, guys. I'm not from Philly. She's in there. Excited about that. Alright, we're just trying to get that bottom to brown up. Notice it doesn't like to brown up all the way in the pan. Pulling it out, letting it go for another couple minutes. If I had a pizza rock, it'd be called decking the pizza because you have to be decking it on the rock. I don't have that, so it's not quite the same, but oh yeah, it's looking pretty good. Probably another minute, and then we'll pull it out.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that one in. Nice, got some crunch.
Let's just give this a look here. Ooh. Look at that.
First time with this kind of like cashew cheese sauce, so we'll see what we like and how I want to tweak it for next time.
Corner? Middle?
I'll pick my own.
Really?
Just pick your own pizza right now.
Okay.
You got first pick.
I'm gonna do this one? No.
Oh, come on.
I'm gonna do this.
No, you touched it. You have to eat it. What the heck is that?
I'm gonna do this one.
That's messed up, man.
So
All right.
excited.
Let me know how it is. A good za deserves a good view. Holy. Wow, that's decent.
Yeah.
Yeah. View here.
You wanna go out there?
Sure.
It's alright. It's fine.
Homemade dough. Homemade.
Good job. Really good job. All the times we've been to Sedona, and we've never seen it like this.
Wow.
It didn't take a Unimog to get to this camp spot. There was no rock crawling or technical sections. Mostly, it was just a lot of tedious moments moving down trees left over from the last wildfire. But usually, the work pays off. In a crowded place like Sedona, you can find views around every corner. What you can't always find is solitude. Luckily, we had this place all to ourselves, to enjoy our pizza, after-dinner stroll, and then take in the views from our roof. This little roof rack over the cab of the Unimog has been our favorite post-dinner sunset spot. But you know what's even better than watching the sunset from the roof? Looking up and watching the world that unfolds above you after dark. 14 days is how long we've been traveling through this paradise. The longer you're out here, the more you start to decompress and realize the magnitude of what you're seeing. And when you're carrying all of your possessions with you, you realize what is really important and what isn't. Looking out at a view like this, how could you be anything but grateful just for waking up to see another day? For us, gratitude often boils down to focusing more on the tiny moments. A shared meal, watching the sun sink below the mesas, and watching it rise again the next morning. The little things that add up to so much when you put them all together. A garland of moments that don't look like much on their own, but string together into a beautiful, fruitful life. So while this trail hasn't been technically challenging for the Unimog, it has served us in so many other ways. It's filled our cup and reminded us what we want out of living this lifestyle. You know when you're about to experience something painful and someone says, "Go to your happy place"? Well, I think this is my happy place.